Excellent. Hello world, Pod and team back at it for our Sunday session where we focus on the skill set of visually observing a person's innate energetic preferences as it manifests in their physiological cues. And what the cues are, how you see them, what we call them, and basically that language, the language of seeing it, giving words to it, and then also understanding what it means in a person's psyche as far as their energetic preferences, creating them. We are doing a lot now with the sample server program. It's still being tested out in its initial phases, but it's growing in leaps and bounds constantly. It's very, very exciting. And tonight we're going to try and take more advantage of that. I've gotten some feedback about some things we could do that would be more helpful for those who are watching, and I'm going to try to incorporate those. So for one thing is we're going to have a 3-act structure of beginner, intermediate, and advanced. And the beginner area, we will do drills. Smaller quizzes or things on the sample server program that are very focused, and then we'll discuss more what we're seeing so that those who are unfamiliar can also take that as like, oh, okay, we'll start with A samples, do a few, then a few Bs, say how we can still see it, and then a few Cs, and then a few Ds, and then we will actually do a 1,000 sized collage quiz as the main portion. That'll be the intermediate portion. There, we'll go faster, and we won't be doing as much description, but every now and then we will if we feel it is helpful to do so. And then whatever time is remaining, we'll do live reads, and that will be the advanced portion. Okay, so introductions, and then we'll get started. Very exciting. I am Nai Ji Coach.
I'm Jaini Jali.
And I'm Nai Ji Ben.
Excellent. All right, so Ben has selected today Naiji males as compared to Zaini males. And this is an area that comes up quite a bit. They can do a lot of similar maneuvers, and they tend to show up in quite a few bubbles together. So there's a lot of reasons how they can be confused. They may wear similar clothes or looks. They also sometimes will, like as vloggers or whatever, they will perform similar functions, you know, in the tribe, so to speak. In the marketplace, so to speak. And so it is important to tell them apart. We're going to start off now with some A samples. Those are the best, most distinct. They're not the best samples as far as being the best people, but they're the best as far as being clear, very clear-cut samples, and we can tell them apart. And then from there, we will go to ones where it gets a little more challenging. So the program here, you can see I was working on a collage in the background from stuff that will be coming out in a few weeks. But we can do multiple collages in this wonderful program, and now we're just going to do another collage, and that one that's behind there will stay saved. So, Jarlene, take it away.
Yeah, sure. So, as Coach said, we're going to start off with the easier drill as far as difficulty level. And so today, since Ben selected Naiji versus Zaini, I'm selecting those particular mojos and male. So I'm selecting that gender. As far as difficulty, we said we wanted to see the easy samples. Start there. We also want one thing. Okay, so yeah, so one of the things you need to select first is quiz, and then make sure you have the mojo selected.
I think I can make that better, so like it won't like wipe
that'd be good.
Everything every time, but yeah, right now that's
either that or maybe have it go first.
I could put it higher up too, so like you're more inclined to change that first before you select the mojo too. That's another.
Yeah, cool. That'd be great. And then we want a custom size of 15 samples, so I'm just going to type that in. And now that we have our selections, we can select surf.
All right, so this is Naiji, and real quick, I can see here he has elongation, which he'll share with the Zaini, but the eyes have a piercing, pushing quality to them that signals to me that I'm seeing a directive mojo, a boundary setting that can happen with the discernment or the eyes. In this case, immediately that boundary setting with the eyes, the piercingness of it stands out to me that this is a directive, thus the Naiji.
Okay. Well, I don't know exactly what mojo this person is because I'm not familiar with them. So, but I'm going to guess that they are a Zaini. Hopefully I'm right on
You are correct.
Okay. Okay. So I was
jumping. Go back.
Yeah. So what was jumping out at me were the eyes looked like receptive, open, and that would be, I was guessing from the knee, so that's right. And I thought I was seeing localization in the G, that it wasn't going up the face, and there was really sheerness on the sides of the face. So that,
Nice.
okay, that panned out.
All right. I'm gonna guess Ziny because I think I'm seeing Xi and flappability, like going it throughout the whole face, and so.
Good. All right. Do you want, yeah, he already said it. Cool. To the next one. Okay, so we can go ahead and just kind of cruise through here a bit, but I'll just mention that one thing we're doing automatically. First of all, ooh, nice backgrounds. I really enjoy those backgrounds a lot. They really make it more immersive. But
nice, I'm glad it's working out nicely.
It is. But now one thing we're doing automatically, we should mention to people, is that we have in this scenario, so to speak, this drill scenario, we feel fairly confident that it's between one of two. And so when you're doing that, one thing you're looking for is things tell them apart, which is, for example, why we tended to focus more on energy fields that they have different rather than similar. All right, so this is Ziny, cheeks, sheer.
Okay, let's say Naiji. I think I'm seeing activation in his cheeks. I think I see piercingness and G aware smile.
Ziny, localized emoting.
Nice. Ziny.
Okay. Naiji.
Ziny.
Naiji.
Naiji.
He's tricky. Ziny.
Actually, this is an IG.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No worries. It's good. And it's also helped me to dial in more on what will be the A, B, C, and D samples, because I did this initial sorting, but I was already planning to go back and do some fine tuning on that. But anyway, one thing to note here is that the cheeks, that is values-based activation that you're seeing. That band here, as he smiles, it does go up. He's got a good amount of V lift and brightness, and that could be confusing for adaptive. Good. All right, Ziny, cheeks.
Naiji.
Ziny.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna move on to B grade samples. And so those same things we pointed out will be there, but maybe not as much as before. Although again, maybe I'll need to adjust the ratings because it is the first time using it with the rest of the team. Yeah, 15 again, and B grade. Oh, but as a quiz.
As a quiz. It is as a quiz.
But it showed the mojo.
What's that?
But it showed the mojo.
Yeah, I know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that.
Oh, nice.
This is good because this is how we find out playing on it.
Yeah, you figure out where its problems are by playing it, experiencing it.
Indeed. Okay, so for this sample here, this would be more challenging for me. That's probably where the B rating came from. If I was trying to tell this apart from an objective mojo, because the issue here is he looks fairly to me Ziny, classic, the sheerness in the cheeks on the right, and even on the left when he's doing a kind of expression like that. If this was a Naiji, there would be more activation in the cheeks corresponding with that mouth emoting. But since we're telling apart the Naiji from the Ziny, that tells me this is logic-based Ziny.
Okay. To me, it's looking like a Ziny localized emoting. Yeah. Okay.
Can we go back real quick? On him, the reason probably she hesitated, I'm just guessing, you tell me if I'm wrong or not, because it made me hesitate.
His hands are a little, one of his wrists is a little fuller than some Ziny that I see. But also, he has a little more feral looking.
Yeah, I was using a different word. That's it. It's the eyes. His eyes. He has a good amount of vi, and I think it shows up in also his what you mentioned in the tensioning in the wrist. That's still actually adaptive, I believe, but he does have more vi, on point poise than some samples. So it's a little bit more confusing there.
For this one, I feel like I'm seeing unflappability throughout the face as well as localized demoing, so I'm going to guess Signy.
Yeah, good. Nice. Interesting. I'll have to probably change the rating this one because I'd like to have the face being frontal on both in order for it to qualify as A grade. So I'll look into that.
This is B grade.
Huh?
This is B grade.
Oh, B grade. Okay. Okay. So thank you. This is good. Oh, excellent. Because he looks, I'm seeing, I believe, Naiji here, but him being turned away. Reading from the side, the profile is more challenging than reading head on.
Yeah.
Naiji.
Okay. Naiji.
The challenge there, a lot of Zai in that one. Although he still looks fairly typical Naiji, he has a good amount of restraint.
Signy.
Yeah, and you see, he has a lot of G, and it looks like he's a riff that uses a lot of G, but the cheeks do not activate that much, considering how much is going on in the mouth area. All right, Naiji.
Signy.
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 Naiji.
Naiji.
Signy.
Signy.
Naiji.
Nice.
Okay.
All right. So you saw it there, and several of those you saw, sometimes the Naiji had a little more Zai, and where the Signy had a little more feralness, intenseness to it. So those made it a little more challenging. You probably see a bit more of that. And some other things you may see as we go to the C grade is just the quality of the media not being as good. Also samples being older because age over a certain amount makes the face change on the look on the top of it, so it can make it more challenging. And then also frequently weight gain. Weight gain can also change what you're looking at as far as the surface comparing to what's going on underneath the surface. So C grade, here we go. All right, so this is a Naiji, a bit challenging here because he has a healthy amount of Zion keeping his cheeks in place, and he's a riff that does that a lot. He spends a lot of his time doing that. But even still, the very slight expressions he's making in both these, I think I'm seeing a tonal quality go up into the cheeks that would not be happening with the Zai. The amount of effort he's doing with the Zai here is still not making those cheeks total, like flat, like just completely like neutral. Whereas with the Zai, a lot of them when they are just relaxing, they easily are able to achieve that, true neutral.
Okay. Well, I think I'm seeing Signy here. I think I'm seeing localization in the mouth, and the eyes look open and receptive, and I believe I'm seeing sheer. So I'm going to say Signy. Oh.
And this is why it's a C grade. A couple things going on. He has a lot of Zai development. He's older, so the lines of the face are harder to track. And some that does happen with some older samples sometimes, which is nice to see, is they get more like a shiny baby thing going on. And shiny baby gives a brightness that can sometimes feel like it's adaptive or something. So more challenging.
Obviously very challenging. Right?
Yeah, I think I'm seeing unflappability throughout the face, and the mouth I don't think is emoting into the cheeks. So I'm gonna say Signy.
Yeah, and so here, this is exactly, go back real quick there. This is a C grade sample in general. In this one, it's not as hard, I think, because for me, it's the wideness of his face that would have me pausing if I was seeing a knee Zai or something. But telling apart from values-based or directive, I think was easier. Naiji, media.
Okay. Signy.
Now, and he has a older media. Also, he has another thing I should have mentioned besides weight gain. Some of it's not weight gain. They just have a softer face, and their face just doesn't hang on top of the activating fascia underneath with the same kind of tightness that some other ones do. It makes it easier to read what is happening underneath it. So not that it's a bad thing in any way, but it does make it more challenging to read when they have these soft faces, because it's not just the left when he's older, even the right when he was younger, he has just sort of a softer hang of the skin in his face.
Naiji.
Bit broad. Older media, a lot of Zai, but I believe Naiji.
Okay, let's say Naiji.
Yeah, I know. I see a lot of Zai, but I'm gonna guess Naiji.
Yeah, the piercing eyes. Naiji.
Let's say Zaini.
Naiji.
And this one, obviously, the age and the seriousness both might make me think more like a directive or something, but I believe this is Zaini with a lot of gravitas.
Okay. I believe I'm seeing activation in the cheeks. Naiji.
Naiji.
With him, I think it's the roundness of his face, a bit challenging. So good. Okay, so now last warm up. Everyone ready here? 15 with D grade. These will be the most challenging. And so the things that we've been seeing so far, you'll have to flex more intently, have your fifth gear steadier and better balanced, and be looking out for more subtle signals being hidden by greater distractions. Okay. I believe this is a broad face Naiji. Right, hold on. Wait. Okay, see, I'm pausing here because I'm getting a lot of intensity from the eyes, but I'm also feeling sheerness in the cheeks. I'm trying to reconcile that. I'm wondering perhaps I'm being drawn there because of Vi. So I'm thinking perhaps this is a broad-faced Zaini with a good amount of Vi. Am I right? I was right, okay. This is good. I think it helps people kind of know our thought process, because that was tricky when that's how I walked myself through it.
So it was the localization of the G jumping out more than at the end, and the sheerness?
Yeah, and also the eyes were standing out to me, but this is a good distinction. Sometimes the eyes are standing out because of the level of the perception power in their hierarchy. The greater the level, source level, the eyes are tend to grab you more. But sometimes it could be something else. For example, his seriousness grabbed me in the right one, and then in my head, I think perhaps I was looking at the mouth, but in my head, I immediately was like, he's serious. Like a holistic impression was, I took in holistically his whole kind of look and the mouth. But then the whole look grabbed me because it was serious. And then I was like, why? And I went to the eyes. And that kind of confirmed my serious thing. But that's interesting. That kind of took hold of me. But the first thing I do think I noticed was the sheerness of the cheeks and the mouth. But then that was overridden by my interest in why his eyes were so piercing. So interesting there, how the signals kind of come in a wave, and sometimes you have to deconstruct the wave, because it may be the signals that come later that may be louder and confuse the earlier one. Cool.
Okay. Let's see. He's really tricky to me.
Yeah, this D grade.
Because he's, I don't know, on one hand, I think I see sheer, but he has intensity and boldness of spirit that,
So you're wondering if the boldness
I'm wondering if it's directive momentum, or if it's, just a strong, if it's a strong Zaini,
with strong modulation.
Yeah, modulation, using that modulation. So
which way are you gonna go?
I'm gonna go I'm gonna go Naishi. Okay, that was.
He has a lot of Zai
Yeah,
and
a lot of
unusually long cheeks.
Yeah.
Quite tricky.
All right, and his eyes are sort of big, like they have a good amount of V.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Let me guess designy on him.
Okay. Broad face, but the cheeks are not moving much at all. I believe this is a Ziny.
Okay. Even though it looks like he has a good bit of Zai, I think I see this fascia here. It has the ripples as if it's been used before. So I'm gonna say Naiji.
Yeah, I think I'm seeing emoting going into the cheeks, so I'm gonna guess Naji.
Nice, because that is poor media. This is obviously quite challenging. So in him, I think he has a lot of V, so he has a brightness to the eyes, but I'm getting a piercing quality that I think is momentum. It doesn't look like he's flexing himself, energetically wise to do it. It looks like he's just looking, and that's what his just looking eyes look like. I'm going to guess Naji.
I think he's doing a good bit of Zai, but I see looks like momentum, nigh intensity, and it looks like the cheeks have been used before, so to expression, so Naiji.
Naiji.
He's got rather sheer cheeks, but I think that may be an ethnicity thing. For example, on the left, I believe that smile is not that big, but it's giving a decent amount of activation in the cheek area. So I'm saying Naiji.
Okay, I'm gonna say he has a lot of sheerness. He has a long face, and there's a drop here, a sheer drop on the cheeks. But I think I'm seeing the cheeks being activated and piercingness. Naiji.
Yeah, I mean, this guy, he has kind of, he has some wider features and so forth. In this case, that would actually be more correlative towards a hunter, but that I can see how that could be tricky. Also, the media isn't the best. He's kind of closing his eyes on the right and so forth. But yeah, I think I'm seeing a mowing going into the cheeks. So I'm going to guess Aishi.
Broad-faced with rather dramatic cheeks, but I believe this is a Naiji.
Okay, looks like and calming energy, signing.
Yeah, this guy has a longer face. It's a little bit. It's shaped a little bit more like you'd expect for a tower, but I think I'm seeing Naiji. So I'm gonna guess that.
Nicely done. Nice done. Those are tough ones. All right, so now let's do this. We're going to actually do a 1,000 quiz on these random. Let's do it. And then live reads if there's time.
Okay, so we're going to do it just completely random for these quizzes?
Yeah, but we'll set the number to 1,000. That way we can get to the end of it in a session.
Okay, cool.
Best of both worlds. Get to use the program more too, different functions. All right, so here we go. Oh, you're a toughie, round-faced. You're Ziny, though.
Let's say Naishi.
Naiji.
Naiji.
Naishi. Oh,
Tough.
it looked like his
D-grade
was moving.
Naji.
You get a lot of D grades here. This is good though. Naji.
Zaini.
Nice. Naji.
Zaini.
Zaini.
Zaini. You move closer.
Zaini.
Naiji. Oh.
Tricky.
Yeah, the cheeks aren't moving though. On like the left there, the mouth, you see it's like big, but the cheeks aren't really doing much. Though he has good G. Next, Naishi.
Zaini.
Naiji.
Naishi.
Naishi.
Oh, Naiji. Yeah.
They look like different people. That's interesting.
Let's get this one. Zaini.
Naishi.
Naiji.
Naishi. Naishi? Naishi. No! Ah! The sheer cheeks threw me, but I was like, I let the feral thing get me. Ah.
Naishi. No, he's like kind of perky. I won't say Zaini.
He's a salty one.
Zaini.
Naishi.
Zaini.
Naiji.
Naishi.
Naishi.
Zaini.
Naishi.
Naishi. Oh. Rufus.
Zaini. I recognize this guy, but I'm not sure what Mojo he is. I don't know. He kind of looks like a Zaini. Somebody gets that.
Zaini.
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 Zaini, I believe.
Zaini.
Zaini.
Naiji.
Oh, it's tricky. Zaini.
He's tricky.
Yeah, he was real tricky because he had good G too.
And broader face
Yeah.
overall.
Naiji.
Zaini.
Naishi.
Naiji.
Naishi.
Naishi.
Zaini.
Naishi.
Naishi.
Zaini.
Zaini.
Naishi.
Nice. Oh wait. Hmm. Yeah, the picture on the right's tricky for me. Um, um, I'm gonna guess Naiji.
Yeah, tricky.
Oh, he's a signy.
Yeah.
Like at first I was like, oh, that's a
Yeah.
Naiji, but then I looked at the picture and I'm like, you know, because I like vaguely remember him, so I'm kind of like remembering different aspects. But yeah.
Yeah, two things on him. One, he had a lot of development when he got older, and he gained a significant amount of weight. So this makes him definitely a much more challenging sample. And in cases like this, if you have access to media from different stages in their life, weigh the media from when they are in a healthier state more heavily. So, because here you're getting almost like very competing messages from the two images. But the one on the right is closer to his natural body's, his natural face settings. The one on the left clearly has had, nothing against the person personally, but bloating and other things like that have made the face distend quite far away as compared to some people where you see a younger picture. The older pictures look older, but not that much different. In his case, they look dramatically different. When that happens, you want to weigh more heavily the healthier media.
Mm-hmm.
Is this me? Ooh. He's got a good amount of seriousness, but I think this is Zaini with goodbye. Yeah.
Okay.
I know. This almost didn't make it at all. This is, yeah.
I'm gonna say Naiji. Yeah, no.
He only wears sunglasses.
The center of his mouth has more.
Yeah, it has more purple.
Yeah, you can see like the lip area wants to activate more the lip plate as compared to at that rest. Xi alpha, Xi, source. Their lips are the lip plate doesn't show any need to like squinch.
Mm-hmm.
Who's this?
Oh, it's me, Naiji.
Naiji.
Zaini.
Naiji.
Naiji.
Zaini.
Zaini.
I think this is Zaini with the good Vi gaze. Am I right? No, I'm wrong. Okay, a lot of Xi. Shields.
Naiji.
Naiji, Nicolas Cage.
Zaini.
Zaini. Oh, Pixie.
Zaini Ninja.
Naiji.
Yeah, this guy's really challenging, especially in comparison between Zaini and Naiji. But
yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna guess Naiji.
Yeah, just I pulled him so many times for suspected Zaini, but yeah, I think it's Naiji. Naiji, this guy.
Naiji.
Zaini.
Yeah, one of the big ones, big-headed ones. Zaini.
Naiji.
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 Zaini.
Naishi.
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 Zaini.
Zaini.
Naishi.
Zaini.
Naishi. Oh. Trixie.
I like this guy's energy. I think he's a Zaini.
Oh, this guy. He's got a lot of shiny baby energy. Brightness makes me want to like adapt it a little bit, but I think this is an IG. Oh, no. That is adaptive, receptive eyes.
Naishi. Oh, bad.
Bad. Yeah, he's tricky. He does a swashbuckling thing a lot.
Zaini.
Naiji.
Breaking down one's biases. It's mine.
I think so.
I'm gonna say Zaini.
Naiji.
Naiji.
Naishi.
Naishi.
Naiji.
Naishi.
Naishi.
Big-headed Zaini.
Naishi.
Zaini.
Zaini. Your turn, Johnny.
Naishi.
Zaini. Oh, I see.
Zaini. Big round face.
Zaini.
Naishi.
Naishi.
Naishi. Oh,
Tricky.
Zaini.
Yeah. Zaini.
Naishi.
Zaini.
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 Yeah. He has a fair amount of Zai and a lot of
Yeah.
V, I think.
Yeah.
Naishi.
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 Zaini.
Naishi.
Naishi.
Naiji. Oh, Zaini.
Zaini. Broad face.
Naishi.
Naiji.
Naishi.
Zaini.
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 Naishi.
Naiji.
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 Zaini.
Zaini. Oh.
He's tough. He's got those eyes that make you think like a gatherer.
Yeah.
Zaini.
Naiji.
Naiji.
Zaini.
Zaini.
Naiji.
Naiji.
Zaini.
Zaini.
Hmm. Zaini. Oh, Naiji.
Naiji.
Zaini.
Naiji.
Zaini.
Zaini.
Naiji.
Naiji.
Naiji. Last one.
Zaini.
He would be top on a Alpha quiz. I think. This guy, rounded, but I think this is Zaini.
Zaini. Oh, Naiji.
He has sheer cheeks, and he's young too, so his skin is not taking in a lot of his habitual maneuvers. There, Zaini.
Naiji.
Zaini.
Naiji.
Zaini.
Naiji. Oh, Zaini. That makes sense.
A lot of gravitas. Naiji.
Naiji. Oh, okay.
Naiji.
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 Zaini.
Naiji.
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 Zaini.
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 Zaini. Oh.
Zaini.
Naiji.
Naiji.
Zaini.
Naiji.
ماشي.
ناجي.
ماشي.
ماشي.
ناجي.
ماشي.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay, cool. Zani.
Ziny.
Ziny.
Naji.
I believe this is a Zynege, but serious looking.
Ziny.
Naji.
Ziny.
ماشي.
Zani.
Naji.
ماشي.
Naji.
Challenging one here, but low. Naji.
Ziny.
Zani.
Naji.
Ziny.
Naji.
Naji.
ماشي.
Zani. Oh, Naji. Okay.
Ziny.
Ziny.
Naji.
Ziny.
ماشي.
Zani.
Naji.
Ziny.
Naji.
Ziny.
Zani.
Ziny.
ماشي.
Naji.
Ziny.
Ziny.
Naji.
Ziny.
ماشي.
Naji.
Naishi.
Zaini.
Naishi.
Okay. Do you mind coming off screen share for a second here? Okay. So this has been great, but I'm also trying to learn as we go. So here's some thoughts that I'm having. First of all, is that we're working at a high level, and we're kind of taking it at what the higher levels of skill sets are, and going along with that further to where a player of the game would be in the progression of their skills. So I'm wondering if perhaps, because I notice myself, I'm having to refocus. I'm used to doing a lot of mojo reading, but I'm having to refocus to stay on this distinction between Naiji and Zaini. And it's not this cross section; it's any cross section. And I think in the game, feats of 1,000 long collage maybe for higher level and less frequent. They'll be like more special events, and perhaps because I did find some excitement in the sets of 15. That was kind of interesting, and I'm wondering if changing around that and changing around which cross sections we're doing, we can do maybe more in a setting. I was kind of going with a theme, but now that I'm playing with it, actually I'd like to kind of build our skills up and make the 1,000 sets kind of like big deals. You know what I mean? So if you don't mind, Ben, maybe we could jump around here a bit. You don't.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, cool. So he went last, so I guess I'll go next. I think for myself, I would like to take a look at, if I could have a set of 100. Let's make 100 the cap, and you can choose whatever size you want up to 100. So let's go with 100. I'm curious about A-grade samples, male, that are Xi source. So Zaini, Zaibi, but then also the Naiji and Baiji. Yes. Because these subjective, basically, these are 4 subjective mojos that have Zai.
And Zaibi.
Let's do 100 of these. Actually, it's 250. It's 250. It's fine. Kind of get a thing here. And working with the A-grade samples will be good because that last one we did with 1,000 and had all kinds of varieties of difficulty. So in kind of telling them apart now, yeah, this is good, nice and clean. Okay, I'm seeing the sheerness of the cheeks, brightness of the eyes, Zaibi.
Okay. Okay, don't see inside me.
Naiji.
Zaini.
Naiji.
I think I'm seeing a Xi alpha. I'm going to guess Zaini on him.
Nice. And by the way, Ben, when we do this, I was assuming this, maybe it's not true. Does it automatically give equalization of numbers when we do these kinds of things? Like,
yeah, they should be perfectly equal and or as close to as possible. So if it's not, it doesn't. If it's not like a perfectly like even number, it'll just get as close as it can, basically. So
nice, perfect. Okay, Zaini.
Baiji.
That is 9.
To me, he seems like a hunter, and I think I'm seeing concern in the eyes. So I'm going to guess Baiji.
Zaini.
Looks like a hunter. Bank on Baiji.
that is concerned.
With him, I'm seeing logic based. I'm seeing Xi alpha, and I think I'm seeing knee in the eyes. So I mean, I guess Xi knee.
Naiji.
I think I'm seeing Hunter with him, dreamy eyes. So I'm gonna guess Naiji.
Yeah, he's tougher.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, and just this guy right now, Anthony Bourdain, I think I'm not sure why I did that. He shouldn't be A grade. He's older, he's softer face, so he should be B or C. All right, this is good. Ziny.
Zani. Naiji.
This is really good because this has helped me because these should all be A grade, right? So I can see why these weren't, and so I'll adjust them to B or C. This is good, and this is good. I think go forward, staying with practicing with the A and B samples until we feel comfortable with them, and also slussing out maybe some of them should be actually rated lower. Naiji.
Vaji.
Naiji.
Zani.
Naiji.
Naiji.
Naiji. He should be A grade.
Naiji.
Crazy looking, but that's actually
Vaji.
that is concerned.
Yeah, crazy looking. Apparently doesn't always mean you're interpretive.
Vaji.
He looks like a Zaidi to me.
Like a what? I'm sorry.
Oh, what?
Come again.
Oh, a Zaidi.
Naiji.
Zaidi.
Do you think that should maybe be a B grade? What do you think?
Yeah,
The meter's a little fuzzy. It looks. What do you think? You put it down?
It wasn't looking straightforward at the camera. That was one of the things that we said for.
Yes. If you go back to him, I'll make him a B instead. This is great. This is really helping. Coast. This is me. That's Ziny.
Naiji.
Zani.
Naiji.
Naiji.
Now, I wasn't keeping strict count, but we're like 43 out of 50 now. It seems like they're not equalized because I didn't feel like there was that many Xi V. And Xi V,
Yeah, I noticed that too.
so I think maybe they're not
Maybe
automatically.
there aren't that many A samples for Ivy.
Well, that could be. Yeah. I mean, if there aren't enough A samples IV, maybe.
Okay.
Actually, you know what it is? I think what happens is if you select a difficulty, that turns off the equalization.
Oh, can we have it to where it doesn't?
Yeah, yeah, I'll definitely. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll just for difficulty, I'll make sure it doesn't. Because for some things like bubbles, we'll probably want to leave that off. But I think difficulty, we can have it on for sure. So yeah.
Nice. This is great. Naiji.
Aishi.
Let's see. Hmm. Huh. Zaini?
I believe that's
Oh, it's Vashi.
momentum piercing. Well, come back to him. What do you guys think of him? Looks clear? Okay. Misuse his pens.
Oh, I think I just went. Zaini?
Naiji.
Saibi.
Nice. Charlie, what are you feeling?
Quiz.
Next quiz.
All right. Are we riffing off of the theme?
No, anything you want. Anything that makes you think of, or just you're interested in general.
Okay. Let's see. Within the same quadrant, I'm curious to kind of see if I can see some differences. Like we saw Naiji and versus Baiji, but how about Naiji, all of them from
All the hunters?
hunter. Naiji,
In the bio.
and then Baiji and Baiji. Okay, all difficulties.
You do all of them? All difficulty? Okay. So she's going for advanced, so this will be considered more challenging when we do it fully random.
Yep. And I believe these will be equalized because the difficulty is all of them.
Alrighty. That looks like concern. So that's taken to the VI mojos, and I believe that the cheeks aren't activating that much, and that smile I don't think has the awareness I associate with V. So I was G. So I believe this is a VI-Z.
All right. Let's see. Well, I think I'm seeing. I'm definitely seeing a hunter. I think I may be seeing G and interpretive. I'm gonna go on IG.
Yeah, I think I'm seeing G with him. I also think I'm seeing, Nai cunning. So I'm gonna guess Naiji.
VI-G.
Okay. I see.
Vi-Z.
I believe this looks like Nai. I think that's G.
Okay. Naishi. Oh,
Z.
Naishi.
Vaiji.
It looks like a Vi Mojo. I think that's Jai. Downward turn of the mouth.
I think I'm it's tricky. I'm gonna go with my Z, but it could be a by G that has a really good place. By G.
Naiji.
This looks like Vi. I believe that's going into the cheeks of Vi G.
I think this is a Phi Alpha. And I'm not sure if it's going into the cheeks or not. I think that might be Z and Shy though, so I'm gonna guess by Z.
Nice. Vi, piercing concern, and I think that is going into the cheeks.
It's like Vi. Maybe seeing the downturn of Shy. So
You might speak just a little bit. These are good things you're saying.
I think I'm seeing like cunning. Not sure about the emoting. I'm having trouble seeing it go into the cheeks, so I'm gonna guess Nizy.
Nice. Very squinty, but I think that's Nye. Squinty, it's still dreamy. And I believe the cheeks are activating. I think so. I think it's a lot of Zai, but the cheeks are activating. Not she. No, it's not activating.
yeah, it looks like Val Kilmer.
Damn it.
IG.
For him, I see a lot of cooling with him. Actually, not as confident about the perception, but he's a little tricky for me. Yeah, I'm considering the Vaiji because I almost think I'm seeing a Zaini with him. I'm also thinking about the Naiji and the Naizi. But yeah, I'm thinking about the two Jez Hunters the most. I don't know. I think I'm gonna guess Naiji on him. Oh, he's a Vaiji. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he does that kind of sort of Ziny look a bit.
Yeah, for sure. That was a good first instinct.
All right, I believe this is, let's see. Okay, I think I'm seeing a Jez Hunter with a good amount of Zai. The piercing, I think that might be concerned. I'm going to say by G.
I think I'm too concerned. I think I'm seeing it going to his cheeks, so I'm going to say by G.
I think with him, I'm not seeing the emoting going into the cheeks. It looks like Z and Shy to me, and I think I'm seeing cunning, so I'm going to guess Nizy.
Nizy.
I think I'm seeing an I alpha with him. I think. I think it's going to the cheeks. I'm gonna guess Naiji. Oh, it is a Nizy.
Okay, interesting here. All right. I think I'm getting like that Vi with knee thing going on. So I think this is a Vi alpha here. Yeah, I think I'm getting that thing where it reminds you a bit of a Zai knee or Vi. So I think this is Vi G. This is Vi G. No, it's Vi Z. Oh, he's got a very affable, happy look. I should let that throw me.
Let's say Vi G. Oh, I see.
Naiji.
cheeks don't look like they're moving. So saying it's going to be a logic based on the Zez hunters. A lot of me, I think, but this is a by Z.
Okay. I've seen cunning in his eyes. So I'm going to go with 9 alpha. I don't think I've seen the cheeks moving, so I'm going to say nice. Oh, it's a Vaiji.
Yeah.
Totally different.
Tricky.
It's very tricky. Okay.
Kept Spate very steely.
Hmm. I think this is a Vi alpha. I'm seeing a lot of steeliness, and I think the mouth might be unaware. I'm gonna guess Vi Z on him.
All right. Naiji. Nai.
Oh,
That's fine.
yeah, yeah.
Let's say I'm not sure about him. Maybe by Z.
I think with him, he kind of reminds me of the Zai V a little bit. So I'm leaning more towards Naiji. I'm gonna guess Naiji on him. Oh, he's a Vaiji. Okay.
Naiji.
Let's say Baishi.
With him, I feel like I'm seeing Nai cunning in the eyes. I'm not seeing emoting going into the cheeks, so I'm gonna guess Naiji.
Naiji.
Baishi.
Naiji.
Naiji. Z.
Baishi.
I feel like I'm seeing Nai Alpha with him, and I'm leaning more towards Naiji, so I'm gonna guess Naiji. Oh, Naiji. Okay.
Naiji.
Baishi.
I think I'm seeing concern in the eyes, and shy unaware, so I'm gonna guess Vizi.
I think that's dreamy eyes, and the cheeks are activating, so Naiji.
Same here.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Done.
So who's up? Is this Ben?
Then. Which one?
Okay. Let's do the directive interpretive males.
So the Nai Mojos?
Oh yeah, the nine Mojos males.
No,
Yeah.
right, so G9 and Z9.
Oh,
Oh, no, those two,
okay.
plus the G9 and Z9. And what difficulty are you looking for?
Let's just leave it at all difficulties and random for this one. Oh yeah, there's the collage quiz thing.
All right, so I'm seeing elongation, so that takes me to subjective. I believe I'm seeing the cheeks activated, so that takes me value space, so nice shape. Nope, the cheeks are not activating.
Okay. I'm seeing the cheek's not moving. Seeing interpretive. I think I'm seeing subjective, so my goodness.
I feel like I'm seeing a pilot and I'm seeing Z, so I'm gonna guess Z9.
All right, so elongation, and I think it's tricky. He's got a very flat cheeks on the left there. On the right, when he smiles, I think it may be going up there. I'm seeing some fine flexation, so Naji.
I'm gonna say no. I don't know. His eyes are kind of seem like they're colored by something. I'm gonna say G9. Oh no, 9Z. Yeah, because maybe it's just the slope of his eyes is making me feel like there's something there.
Oh, you got D grade. That's crazy hard. That's crazy hard.
Like,
This guy looks like he's from the 1800s or something.
I think it might be.
wow.
I don't know. I don't know when cameras were released or something, but it looks pretty old. So, yeah, I mean, this guy, I think I'm seeing a hunter with him. And on a hunch, I think the mowing is going into the cheeks. So I'm going to guess Naiji. Oh, he's Z9. Okay, yeah.
He's I think he might be him and Conan Doyle, like the two oldest ones we have in the collection.
Wow. That's cool.
Wild Bill Hickok.
That's why I'm gonna work up to random. So I'm gonna start out with A's and B's.
Yeah, random. You never know what you're gonna get.
It's true. Nice-Z, I think here.
Okay. Thinking. Nice-Z.
Let me guess Naiji for him.
Yeah.
Oh, Gina.
Gina, he's a longer face. So we're tricky. All right, so elongation and cheeks aren't moving, so nice-Z.
I'm seeing she. Subjective or objective. I don't know. The acid, like maybe a little not. The carry not going in there, so I'm gonna.
Tough to get a wider face.
Yeah.
Nizy. She not.
Broader face, and it is going up there, but he does a lot of Zai. He keeps his face pretty still. All right, Naiji.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I'm seeing a Z9 with him.
Oh.
You know what? You know what? Just that's a good one.
Yeah,
I'm looking at him.
I would have said Z9 too.
Yeah, this is good. This is really good. G9.
I feel like I'm seeing a subjective directive with him. I'm gonna guess Nazi. Ooh, G9 actually. Okay.
Next week, the one I'll probably call for is the G9 versus Nazi thing. That's tricky. All right, so cheeks look fairly neutralized easily. So logic based, and I think elongation. He's got a good amount. I think V. I think that's footed eyes. Nice Z.
He has a broad face.
Yes.
Is that as you die? Not sure. I think I'm gonna go Sinai because he has a broad face, but he might be something else that I did not give us.
He's tough.
Yeah.
Neutralized cheeks and broad face.
Yeah.
Let me guess, is she Nai?
Nice G.
Yeah. Shina.
He looks objective to me, but then again, maybe he is. Maybe he's an IZ or something. I'm not sure. I feel like saying Zenai for him, but I don't know. Maybe he is. I mean, yes, Zenai. Yeah.
This guy, he's tricky, broad-faced. He's got a lot going on in his eyes, though. I want to say Naiji.
Let's say. It's one of those that's kind of in between a Jinai and an IC to me. He has an affable face. Maybe it's an IC. Affability for sure.
Naiji.
Naiji.
Jinai.
Yeah. Let me guess G9 and him.
Z9.
Jinai.
Naiji.
Naiji.
Jinai.
I'm between Naiji and Zenai and him. Let me guess Zenai.
Z9.
Jinai.
Zenai.
Naiji. That's a really hard one.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm seeing Nai Alpha, but I think I'm seeing a Nai Z, so let me guess that.
Nice. By the way, go back. Do you think that's actually too low media? That's like right in the line of being limited media. What do you think?
That's a line.
Yeah, I mean, like, I can see, like, I feel like I can see the lines pretty well, but like it is black and white, so I can make it a little bit challenging. And lighting is like kind of bright on the one on the right. So
but you were able to do it, so I guess it's D grade, so but still doable. All right, cool.
Yeah. I felt like it like the media I could tell was like poor quality, but like it felt like it still gave me a lot of information to work with. I don't know.
Good. That's good. Thanks. It's me, Gino.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the C9 and an IZ with him. But I think he's an IZ. So I'm gonna guess that. Oh, he's a C9, okay.
G9.
Thinking about the G9, the Z9. Yeah, I'm gonna guess Z9.
Z9. Nice. It's cool. All right, so we'll pause it there on the sample server. So you'll work on the thing with the quiz versus the collage.
Yeah, I'll fix that for sure this week.
And then the equalization, no matter what the media grade.
Yeah, I'll make it. I'll make sure it applies to any media grade selection.
Nice. And next week, I've been working a lot on screens, among other things. So I should have those to you probably next week. And so when we do this, there should be quite a few color changes in the background as we do it. Start getting an idea what the game will feel like as each of the collages changes.
That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I thought this was really fun this week, going back and forth between a bunch of different ones. Like it keeps it feel like it makes it more entertaining in some ways because like with one collage you're kind of spending the whole time on one thing, but like with this it's like, oh, I look forward to doing the next thing, you know, because it's in smaller segments. And games are a lot like that too. Like games will oftentimes have like short little like there's like maybe like this large story, but there's oftentimes these short little segments like encounters or missions or what have you. So
definitely. I think I'm kind of treating the 1,000 sample ones is like marathons. Do you know what I mean? They're like kind of events that you do from time, and that makes it special that we don't normally go this long on a single signal, and that'll make it special. But then you won't want to do that, you know, all the time. You want to do a lot more, break it up. So yeah, and so I think when we do the game, we'll maybe design it that way. Where there's like, you know, kind of like the games we see, you know, the open world games. We'll have like, you know, go to this district and do 5 of this. Go to this district, do 5 of that. And then there's like, oh, now you go here and do 10 of these. And then every now and then there'll be something that you'll get 100 or something. But you don't do a lot of things where you're getting like a tremendous amount of just one thing, unless you've been playing the game for a while and you've been beating all kinds of, you know, smaller, different quests. And every now and then there'll be like a quest that's like, okay, but it's fun because it's like a really big one. But that's a different thing. It's not.
Yeah. It kind of makes me feel like I kind of want to experiment with having, I guess, like consecutive like waves, like so like you like in one you know, you go to a place and then you get like, you know, 16 I alpha, then like 16 bi alpha, then 16 like Z alpha. You know, it's like staggers it in like different cross sections.
Definitely. And what I'm imagining is we eventually get that map, that, you know, 2D map where like all the different collages are represented as actual like locations. And then you can go to different locations, kind of you do like, you know, in the Mafia or other games like that. And you have all these locations that you've unlocked to varying degrees. And you just have like a whole smorgasbord of things that you can, you know, go to unlock. And some things you're like, oh, that's a little more boring to me. Here it's a little more exciting to me. And you kind of open up as you want. But to beat the whole game, you know, to get 100% everything, you do eventually have to open up all the feats. But having like a lot of different feats you can jump to and nice little sizes that stack up, I think that would be the way to go. Even I think if you're trying to build up to like 1,000 of something, probably instead of like building up like 100, 200, like after like 500, 600, 700, 800, instead of doing it like that, is doing like a series of 50 or 100 point ones, 100 sample ones. And then once you've done a bit of that for a bit, maybe like do 5 or 6 versions of that, then you can do one 500 point one. and then you go back to doing the 50s and 100s for a while, and then you go to 1,000. So like things like the 500, 1,000, they're like
it kind of reminds me.
I think like maybe like 100 less might be a bit more digestible for most quests.
Yeah, and games are so much like that. I mean, like because like oftentimes you'll have little like little encounters, little battles or whatever, but then you have like the boss or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? And usually there's like this epic level that leads up to the boss or whatever.
Yeah.
And then and also with music, like oftentimes like you'll have a string of notes, and then like but like the last note will be like more accentuated or something. So it's kind of like that too.
Yeah, very cool. Okay, so we'll keep playing that for next time, keep experimenting with that. And now we have about 15 minutes left. Let's see if we can get 1, maybe 2 live reads in. Oh, also, by the way, I liked how we were talking ourselves through with the different collages. I think for those who are watching it, that's going to be very helpful to see how we're doing that. And that's also, I know it's easier to maintain on a shorter quiz. After you've been doing the same kind of signal distinctions, like over 100 reps, then it's hard to focus and hard to kind of keep saying things about it. So actually like changing it between, smaller quizzes, but then kind of giving your thought process as you go, it's more fun for us. I think also more fun and educational for the viewer.
Yeah, it felt very good and natural, I think, because oftentimes, like, I feel like I kind of want to talk a little bit about it, like what my thought process is when I give my answer. So
that's great, because both you guys, please keep doing it, because that's really great content for people to understand how skilled readers like us think things through. Cool. Nice. All right. So does anyone have one? And if not, we can grab one from the forum.
I don't have anything specific. Do you, Ben?
Me neither.
Okay, so let's go to the forum and pick one up.
That's good.
Sounds good.
All right, let's share here.
I'll get the watch together link. Okay, this link.
Go back a bit. Okay, all right. All right, let's see if this is a vlogger that still posts. No, doesn't seem like it. Oh, how about this one? Okay. Move the watch together. All right, let's screen share. Okay, so Amanda Muse. See how many minutes this one is.
Live on Mondays with me, Amanda Muse, and
It's not very long. I mean,
Is the person?
this is the person. Yeah. Link address, Amanda Muse. She's a blogger.
hi everybody, and welcome back to Amanda Muse. So today I thought we would do a little video about reasons that I love living in Malaysia. A little while back, I did a video about 5 things that I miss about Canada. If you haven't seen it, I will link below. So I had some really great comments from my last video. Thank you so much. I was like overwhelmed with some love, and I just like love reading them, and it's so fun. Anyways, sidebar. One of the first things that I love about living in Malaysia is that it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious, but it is summer all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm sitting here. This is all natural light.
She looks a little bit long to me.
This is what I do. I put on lipstick in a dress, and I'm like, yeah. Anyway, okay, moving on. But it's beautiful and sunny and hot, and we all know what summer's like. And summer makes life easy. You know, it's really warm all the time. Now that has its perks, it has its cons, right? But I would suggest that it generally makes life very easy. Like you have just one wardrobe.
Did you say she was like a vlogger? Yeah.
Yeah, she's a vlogger.
T-shirts all the time, and it's nice. Another reason we really enjoy living in Malaysia is that the cost of living is considerably low. So when you think about living in a city like the amount
it seems long.
Your apartment, your home, your food, whatever, your car. So here you can spend a lot and lead somewhat of a Western lifestyle. You can also not spend a lot and lead a wonderful lifestyle. So, but then also your groceries and doing your food shopping, like it's pretty cheap, and there is quite a big variety. Like for any UK viewers, or maybe they have Tesco all over. I don't know. Wherever you have Tesco, probably all over Europe, we have Tesco here as well. And Tesco for any North American viewers is basically like a Walmart. You can get your food, you can also get some clothing. So it's really great, and they have like a huge variety, and there's a few different types of groceries.
Do you think maybe she's a tower?
I'm wondering if that, or if she's like, if she's a Naiji, like a demure hunter.
Also called, where it's basically a fellow or maybe whatever. Let's say some noodles or some rice or something, and it can cost you.
I think I'm seeing maybe like upper lip activation, like the upper lip plate for G.
Yeah, I feel like maybe I'm seeing that too.
So if you're not entirely good at geography and you're like, well, where the hell is Malaysia? Do you know where Thailand is? So think Thailand, we are on that same landmass. So you think like to get to Phuket, for example, I mean, it's like a stone's throw away. You can just take a flight on Firefly, or it's super cheap to get there. You're close to Vietnam, Cambodia, like Southeast Asia, right? So it's quite lovely. And then you're really close to places like Australia. I wouldn't say really close, it's still like an 8-hour flight, or maybe 6 if you're going to Perth, or but you're really close to a lot of beautiful places and a lot of really nice tropical style.
Yeah, I feel like I'm seeing warm articulation.
Bikinis, sand.
I do see a longer face.
Yeah.
Like is of course very important to me. And our family.
I feel like I'm seeing possibly Zai as well.
Yeah. We go for walks in the jungle. We look at monkeys. We go for coconut drinks, coconut blended slushy type of drinks all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the way she's talking, I'm thinking about, is that like a hunter like intensity, or is that maybe just, maybe she's just rather cold and,
Right.
There is a lot to gain in that sense, and it is really lovely and really easy. And it's really easy to do stuff like I was talking about before, so the cost of living is quite low. Going to restaurants is really nice because it's not terribly expensive. And another thing I should mention is it kind of got into the family thing. Malaysia itself, I find personally, to be very family oriented. Like people here just generally, they're not face. They come up to you smiling. If you're in a restaurant, like they will gladly hold your baby while you're eating.
Is there another video?
Which I might add, I was not entirely comfortable with because it was small, but I'll tell you this now. If and when baby number 2 comes along and we're still living here, and we go to eat, they can hold the baby, no problem. Friends, and welcome back to Random News. Today I want to sit down and talk with you about the past year. If you've been following my channel for some time, you know that about a year ago, almost, like coming up in the next couple of weeks, my family and I, we left Malaysia and we began our journey back to Canada. So rewind a little bit. So my husband and I moved to Malaysia about 5 years ago, and we were married, and we decided that this great opportunity came up for work, and we took it. And then while we were in Malaysia, we had both of our children, our daughter Nancy, who's 3.5 now, and our son Jack, who's 1.5. So today, I just kind of wanted to just kind of let you know what life is like now that we're back, because it's not the easiest, and I know that I have kind of alluded to that in my blog. It's like, yeah, it's trying. I've done videos.
I don't think I'm seeing emoting going into the cheeks. I could be wrong though, from both these videos.
And if you're curious about that, I will link that video below. I'll link a few videos below that kind of like
the one thing
about if you're new to my channel. Just kind of bring it up to speed. But basically, I'll just kind of go through a few categories like friends, family, personal, and just like let you know what's up. So we did finally end
here,
up
I think I may be
I was ready
seeing
for the change. I was
emoting
ready
in the
to, like,
cheeks.
take life by the horns and just get back into the groove of the meal pressure, maintaining the household and doing all that stuff. It was hard, but we did it. We really lucked out and we
I'm
made
not
it.
really seeing them move though.
Really nice neighbors. So that was really enjoyable. It was fun just to go grocery shopping, like all these little things of being back that if you've ever lived overseas, you totally get what I'm saying. Just the different climates and all of that stuff. Now, fast forward a few months, we are in the process of buying our first home. So we're going to be homeowners, and that is so exciting. Like, I'm so excited.
Or at least not the upper cheeks to me.
Go emotions of that side of stuff. So of course there's things like anxiety because there's a bunch of unknowns. We've never done this before. Being homeowners, like it's just, you know, there's unknown variables and stuff. But all of that to say, we're really excited about this next chapter. I realized that over the course of meeting new people, and I have met some really great people, one of the things that I sort of do consciously is that I scale back my experiences in terms of what I've done with travel and where I've lived. There are a lot of people who have traveled and done that, and there are a lot of people who haven't. I don't want to make new friends or acquaintances feel uncomfortable or not insecure, but I don't want to feel like too different from anybody, because I don't think it's a bad thing to not have as much travel experience. But sometimes when you feel like you don't have anything in common, obviously there's no friendship, there's no potential for that. Even trying to explain it, I feel like a jerk because it sounds very jerky-like.
Yeah, there. I don't know. It seemed like it was going into the cheeks maybe when she did that one.
Stay-at-home moms. So that's something that. So that is a sort of thing that separates me from the mom world, right? And then it's like, oh, so you've lived overseas, like what were you doing? And to explain your life there, like
I don't know. I feel like I'm just constantly seeing neutralizing from her.
Yeah.
Because I mean, she did smile there, but even then, it didn't really strike me as going like far into the cheeks or.
I guess for me, I'm seeing more than just localization.
I guess what I'm trying to say.
That's why I'm trying to reconcile that. I see a lot of sheer, but I have seen some flashes of what I think is something that's fallen outside of the localized mouth area around the you know, that is you'd see with the Zaini. I'm kind of having trouble with that.
I feel like I'm also seeing concern in the eyes.
Because I think it's human nature to sort of fear what we don't know.
Like right here, it looks like, you know, I feel like I'm just seeing a lot of inflappability in the cheeks.
Yeah.
Like when she's talking, articulating, I just constantly see a lot of sheer going in the cheeks.
What you're saying.
Even though she's smiling and emoting quite a bit, like it seems localized to me.
The Zai that we've seen, I feel like I haven't ever seen like this fascia looking activated. I don't know. Where am I? I'm banking.
All
right, why don't you go make you guys guesses?
All right.
Okay.
Len, where do you land?
All right. I'm gonna guess Zaini in her.
Okay, I'm gonna say Naiji and then Zaini.
Okay. This was a very tough sample. It's one that I'm getting, I believe I know what I'm looking at here, but I'm getting more familiar with it from bloggers. This is something you guys don't have a lot of experience with. Ben, you were correct about the cheeks not moving. And you were also correct about the vi. Now, where you guys were off is you said unflappable, but notice, Ben, that you also said repeatedly, when she's talking, they don't move. Unflappable, they don't.
Shit, you're right.
I believe when you were seeing Jelling was showing you with the maneuvers, this is a very girly, very gregarious Z-Vi.
Z-Vi.
They are not uncommon amongst the bloggers, and they tend to be
that makes so much more sense now. Oh my god.
Super early and very talkative and up.
Yeah, yeah. There's like this downward, like she was talking, and there's.
It's shy, on the resonating, and even still there, the cheeks aren't moving, but that's a lot of emoting, and it's downturned. And when she's talking, the upness, they have an up happy thing. Some I think is associated with warm delivery. Yes, go and take a look now so you've seen that, because you'll see more of these amongst the vloggers, and this is a thing. But if you haven't seen it before, it's like, what am I looking at?
Yeah.
Also, her hands were long. Sometimes that can be helpful. That in her case, that would make it tricky for me. Yeah, those cheeks are not moving. And notice also when she's talking, when she's jutting, they move less. Something else that can be helpful, if you close your eyes and listen, there is a groany or a drony in the voice.
So that's kind of where I'm going right now. So I'm just being really selective people I hang around. And I think that's important. I think everybody should do that.
Yeah, and Charlene, you were right about the directive. Because I did kind of pick up on that too a little bit. I was kind of trying to reconcile that.
Yeah, I was just trying to see.
I think she paused.
Yeah.
She paused and is shy.
Yeah. I see that now. But her hands, the being long, that
was
really
hard for
threw
me
me
too.
off. That like closed me off of, objective.
Yeah, that would have been hard in general, because that was still hard for me. On top of that, you guys are not familiar with this kind of riff.
Yeah.
But you'll still see more of it as we get into the vloggers.
But I will just say that there are some very strained relationships.
That voice, the
I
drone,
don't blame
right there. And she, all the emoting is on. When she pauses, she'll do these mouth squinchies.
Layers, yeah.
Which basically means out of sight, out of mind, but figured like actual translation.
And yes, Ben Dick said you were seeing vibe. This is actually momentum vibe.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because I wasn't really seeing a whole lot of evidence of knee. Or I mean, I was seeing some of it, but like I was more focused on the vi than the knee. So.
And so once you know what you're looking for, though, even though she's very girl enough, she juts quite a lot. Very easy, strong on the jutting, and the cheeks don't move, despite she has this very up, kind of warm delivery. That took me a while when I started investigating this riff to see what I was looking at. And her long hands didn't help. Nice, cool. That was good. That was a good breakthrough one. We'll be seeing more of that. All right. So then, Ben, you'll be working on the things we talked about. I'm gonna try to get you a bunch of new screens, and then we'll continue doing this next time. This seemed like we made some good developments here. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed it.
Very cool. All right. We'll keep in touch during the week, and I'll see you next time.
All right. Have a good night.
Have a great night.
Night.
It's been fun.
Awesome. Great program.